Hi traders, this is Forex Nelson. I'm back today, and today's date is September the 12th. On the last two pairs down here, I did high impact news, euro dollar and the pound dollar. This was at 8:30 in the morning, so just prior to the news, about 5 minutes before. I sold both of them as my easy trigger. This easy trigger right here. The one I was using is number 1 or 2, same. Number 1 has the meter, number 2 is the one you're looking at. So as I said, I did high impact news. We can take a look at the high impact news. It's the consumer price index month over month, and it's green right here, which means we'll be buying the dollar. This one is neutral, like flat, but it's this core CPI, Consumer Price Index. So we're buying the US dollar, so looking back at the charts, if we're buying the dollar, that means the euro dollar and pound dollar will be going down. Now my easy trigger is telling me lots of red over here, a lot of indication of going down. Before the news was right here on this candle. There's your 8:30 news candle, this blue one. So I took the trade right at this cursor, which was about 5 minutes before the news. And for no particular reason other than I was happy with the pip total. I closed it out here with 18 pips. Could have got a little bit more, but no big deal. And as you can see, it did a complete turnaround and gave all the pips back. So like I'm a day trader, I'm looking for, 10 to 30 pips, and then I do multiple pairs, and if I can get 50 to 100 pips a day, I'm very happy with it. And today's, by the way, is my first day for trading. It's a Thursday. I had a super long extended weekend. That's why I got into trading, so I don't have to work. I usually work 2 to 3 days a week trading, and I do well enough that I can have a nice long extended weekend every weekend. That's why I got into trading. So on this particular one, as I said, pound dollar was 18 pips. It paid 18.10. Now in the euro dollar, at the same time, I took the trade right here, euro dollar. Took the trade before the news. Everything was telling me, as I teach in the videos, these indicators down here tell me whether I should be buying or selling. And again, looks like this one I closed out at a pretty good time with about 28 pips. As you can see, it did a complete reversal. So 28 pips on the euro dollar. This one right here, 28 is 28.60. And so 28 and 18 pips for these bottom two trades. That's a total of 46 pips. And of course the other two trades, this Euro Aussie just went mostly sideways on me. So I decided just to heck with it, close it. I do have some losing trades. Ended up with a very small loser, $48. But if you look close enough, you'll see my swap here paid me 170. So if you take the 170 minus 48, that's 120 some dollars. So this turned out to be a positive trade if you include the swap, as this one over here. Now yesterday was Wednesday, and I'm going to point out, because most traders do not know this, I can pull up the swap rates. Here are the swap rates, just in case you don't know. This is pretty well standard with all brokers. If it is positive, like here, so we did the, let's go with the, which one was it again? The euro dollar. So let's go back. Now looking at the euro dollar, so I sold it. See, short means sell. Euro dollar, they paid me. So if it's positive, you get money. If it's negative, you have to pay the broker. If you don't know what I'm talking about, just call up your broker and he'll explain. Every day at 5 p.m. on the MetaTrader, or at midnight, depending on your platform. Vantage FX happens to be at 5 p.m. when it changes from Monday to Tuesday. Then you're going to be paying swap rates. That's why I like to close the trade before 5 p.m. Unless I'm absolutely sure that I'm going to get money to stay in the trade past 5 p.m. when the day change. And remember, Wednesday is triple the amount. That's why we've got like $221 here. It's triple the amount. So if this would have been a Monday or Tuesday or Thursday or Friday, like this would have been divided by 3, it'd be around $70. And the reason for that is to account for over the weekend. You always have to pay swap rates. It depends on if you're buying or selling. In this situation, they paid me. So not only did I make $29.30, but I made a bonus swap here at $2.21 here. So on the euro dollar, I did quite well with it. Now normally, I know that I don't like to leave it run past 5 p.m., but it was going against me, and so I decided to stay in the trade and wait for the higher time frames to kick in, as the higher time frames were telling me it's going to go down. And it made this little move up, and then finally it went down. Now on this particular euro dollar from yesterday, I took the trade at 9:23 in the morning, and I had to leave it go because I was losing. But I knew it was going to come back, which is exactly this. It came back, and I closed it out. Actually, I did get 30 pips, which is $29.30. So normally I don't like to leave it past 5 o'clock, but hey, if I get into a trap and I know it's going to go down, because I do drill down the lights, I do, look from the daily 4 hours, and this AO on the 1 hour and the 4 hours, and even on the daily, was telling me to sell. Like, in other words, going to go down. And of course I can show you what I mean here. All you got to do is click on this. It's preset on the 1 hour at the moment. If you put in 240, it'll be the 4 hours. And if you press this button, reset, right here, reset, 1441, that's how many minutes are in a day time frame, or a daily candle. You press OK, and as you can see, told you, I knew it was going to go down, so it's just a waiting game. So many times it'll go more than 20 or 30 pips against me. So I just let it ride, and I know that the daily will kick back in and come back down. It's a little bit of education for you, just in case you did not understand that. Let's see what we got here. This is without the meter, and finally it kicked in, went below the water line, and that's how I knew it was going to keep going down. So if you do the grand total math, there was 30 pips on this euro dollar and 46 on the last two trades, so that works out to 76 pips, which producing 79.43 and change. Once you understand how the market moves and you get your hands on a half decent trading system, you will eventually become a successful trader, but you have to follow the rules that I teach in the training videos. So I did show you the swap rates, and I actually printed it out many years ago. I'm sure these numbers have changed slightly, but the positives will always be positive and the negative will always be negative. So it might fluctuate even on a monthly basis, but that's what you will get paid. Either they pay you, like over here for example, this pound New Zealand right here, as soon as I can find it, right here, if you sell it, you're going to get paid good money. And of course you're going to, if you buy it, the pound New Zealand, and you keep it past 5 o'clock, you're going to pay a lot of money to stay in that trade overnight. So if your system is not producing day in and day out the pips that will make you happy, I suggest you get your hands on one of my trigger systems, but certainly this is my favorite as of today, of course. One of these days I'm going to start working on this Bollinger Band one here, because I really do like Bollinger Bands. So we shall see when that day comes. So all you got to do is look right below this video if you have any questions at all, and if you're interested in the Easy Trigger system, which I do charge $250. It has well over 3 gigabytes of training, and you'll get an exact copy of my trigger system on your platform. If you don't know how to do it, a lot of traders don't know how to do it. It only takes me 5 minutes to do it once everything is set up properly, and I can help you with that. Good customer service, which is what I believe in. So you will get 4 MT4 templates along with the 10 custom indicators to make the trigger system work properly, and you'll get my favorite currency meter. You will get a lot of PDF books and a lot of Word documents. One of them is the $1 Million Trade Plan. Getting a lot of traders asking me about that. It's where you start with $1,000 and you only need 1 trade a day. You only need 10 pips. And if you do a grand total in here, that's like 76 pips. So you only need 10 pips, 1 trade a day, and within 10 months or less than a year, you turn $1,000 into $1 million. The numbers don't lie, but you have to be a good trader. Like, you cannot take the trade, sell here, and it goes against you. Because if it goes against you, almost 100 pips, you're going to kiss your money goodbye. You'll blow up your account way before you get to that point. In other words, you got to get the timing right. When you get the timing right, your stop is usually within 10 pips. In other words, if you sold here, you can get away with a 10 pip stop, and that's producing 40 pips. You got to get the timing right, which is what I did. Let me see this euro dollar again. Which one was it? This one here. Nope, not that one. Let's get it right first. Which one was it? It was this one. If you get the timing right, which is what I teach, it only went, well, it actually went against me 6 pips, no big deal. So if you get the timing right, 10 to 20 pips is definitely more than enough. Okay, let's get back to this. I do give 9 bonus training videos on top of the 35 training videos. Now, I really like to trade absolutely every day, and this was a prime example of a great way to trade using the moving averages and the awesome oscillator. And when you follow the rules that I teach, and there's 2 videos in here with dozens and dozens of trade examples, like exactly what it's supposed to look like, you'll find that this is a fantastic, great way to trade. And this is exactly what I saw today, and this is why I sold it before the news. I knew it was going to go down. And of course, how to trade the news, which is this one right here, by the way. And of course, how to trade with a day job. This is more tricky, more advanced, and I don't do it a lot because I don't have a day job. So I much rather prefer to trade the New York session. I don't bother with the London. I'm sleeping. There are a lot of good trades and pips to be made in the New York session. It happens every day, day in and day out. And I do teach how to trade all 3 sessions, so no matter where you live in the world, Easy Trigger will work for you as long as you follow the rules. I also do teach how to trade pullbacks, which is different from reversals. And of course, how to trade the goal line. So, if you have more questions, all you got to do is pick up the phone and call me right here, or shoot me an email. And I do prefer Skype. If you cannot find me as Forex_Nelson, all you got to do is click on this link. It's right below the video, and very easy to get a hold of me through Skype, as long as I'm you're not trying to get through to me, as I'm busy either trading or talking to traders. And I am talking, anywhere from 2 to 6 traders a day, so I'm really quite busy. And of course, if you want to see all 20 trigger systems or screenshots, pictures, just click on this link and you will see them all. So anyhow, that just about wraps up this video, and if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until the next trade, happy trading.